All right. Here we go, guys. What's up? My name is Jason. You're watching Ray of Light Tarot. Welcome and happy Tuesday. We're calling it Hump Day, even if it's not. It's kind of Hump Day. So happy Tuesday, kind of Hump Day. Happy holidays. Hanukkah just ended. Happy end of Hanukkah. Happy Merry Christmas. What else is there? Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Festivus for the rest of us. It is Festivus for the rest of us, so we're going to be doing that, some of us. And yeah, just happy chappy. I hope you guys are all having a nice week. I don't think my notifications have gone out, so I'm going to kind of give it a few minutes and let everybody catch up with us. So what's been going on here? Let me do the announcements first. What's been going on here? I have been keeping very busy this holiday season with a lot of personal projects that are near and dear to my heart. I hope you've been finding ways to be of use to others, always, but especially during the holidays. That's a good thing to do. One thing I want to do is a thank you. I have a thank you. I got a Christmas gift this week, the other day. It's a Christmas gift, yeah, because it's an ornament. There you are, Darcy. I want to say thank you. I just wanted to show this on my broadcast because it's so sweet. This is the ornament you sent me, Darcy, and also Sparky. It's from both of you, I know. So thank you so much for this. I love this. Here it is. There it is. Can you see it? That's the ornament you guys sent me. And on the back, it says, Merry Christmas, Jason, with love, the Scorpio sisters, Sparky and Darcy. Can you see the writing on it, Darcy? So sweet, though. Just the thought is very sweet. So I just wanted to say thank you so much. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it is a big deal, though. You didn't have to do that, and it was really sweet of you guys to go out of your way to make me feel loved and special. And I'm going to go put it back on the tree after the broadcast, but I wanted to thank you. So there it is. Very cute, right? These silly girls. So thanks again. That was very kind of you, and it made my week just a little bit brighter. Especially because my Gators lost Saturday night. So I'm a pretty big Gator down here in Florida, and the Florida Gators played in the SEC Southeastern Conference Championship game for football this Saturday against Florida was number 7, I guess, in the nation, and they played against the number 1 Alabama Crimson Tide, and they got beat, which was expected. It was actually a lot better game than I thought it would be. They only lost by like 6 points. It was a high scoring contest. It was 52-46. So it was a really close game. I think they were behind like 35-10 at halftime. So they really fought back. One thing I'll say about their football team this year is they've had a lot of stick-to-itiveness. Like, this football team has been tough. They don't give up. They've lost 3 games by in total of 12 points. So they are 12 points from being an undefeated team. They lost 1 game by 3 points, another game by 3 points, and then this last championship game they lost by 6 points. That's not a lot. Yeah, they've been good. And they have a quarterback who's amazing. Kyle Trask, he's Heisman candidate. He's probably not going to win the Heisman because the team isn't undefeated and up there. But if you're just going by like the most valuable player on and off the field, which is what it's supposed to be, he should win. He's got a great story. He's a great person. He's got a great story, and he's one of those people that is very loyal. And he should have transferred probably 2 years ago, and he never did. It doesn't happen much nowadays. So, yeah, he could. You never know. You do never know. So we'll see. Anyway. Hey, Ann, nice to see you. Welcome. So anyway, yeah, so the list is going to be open. I have a couple people on the list. The list is open. We're also going to do some other things. And I wanted to make an announcement. I'm going to do a special starting now and through the holiday season until New Year's Day. So from now until New Year's Day, I am going to be doing half price on all 30-minute and 1-hour readings. So what that means is, I don't even know what, hold on. So I know that for the 1-hour readings, which are normally $150, for the next week, they're going to be $75. So big saving. And for the 30-minute readings, which are normally $75 for the next week, those are going to be $37.50. So yeah, 30 minutes are half off. They're $37.50 until New Year's. And 1 hours are half off. They're $150. Normally, they're going to be $75 until New Year's. So yeah. So if you want to do that, all the information is in the description of the video, how to book a reading. You just send your payment in with your contact info in the notes, and I'll get a hold of you. As long as the payment comes in before the 1st, even if we don't do the reading before the 1st, if the payment's in between now and the 1st, I'll honor it when we do the reading. Okay? So yeah, there's that. All right, so on my list tonight, Darcy, you're at the top, and then I also have Sandra and Valerie. Valerie, we might be doing yours privately, though. I know we talked about that. So Sandra and Darcy, I think, is all that's on there right now. Let me double check. Yeah, Sandra, Darcy, and Sandra. So Darcy, I'm going to start with you. Start with you. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, will David be okay? All right. Will David be okay? Will David be okay? So let me say a little quick intention, and we're going to get this thing going. Thank you, universe, source, spirit. Thank you, angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors. Thank you, archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and spirit team. Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, Uriel. Thank you for being pillars, cornerstones, and guides. Thank you for the clear and direct messages tonight. And thank you for the guidance and assistance. Okay. So your question was, hey, Rebecca, nice to see you, sweetie. How you doing? Yes. You can do 22, 22. You can do 20. Either one is fine. 20 is fine. Anything 20 or above is fine. All right. So, Darcy, let's get you popping off. You want to know if David's going to be okay, right? You know, what I want you to do, Darcy, this is sort of guidance for you, shooting through from spirit. Really spend this time holding him up, you know, whether you want to call it in prayer, in meditation, in affirmation. What I want you to do is spend a lot of time in gratitude for the connection, for the way it's benefited your life, and the blessings for him. That's not, and remember, that's not worrying, right? That's the opposite of worrying about this person. Holding this person up in gratitude to source, saying thank you, okay, for this person, saying thank you for the blessings of the connection, saying thank you. Really, you spend time on focusing on the gratitude and the good things about the connection with David, between you and source, you and God. And the more you do that, it'll give you less time to worry about what we're about to talk about, okay? Because that's a big thing. You've got that 3 of Cups energy. And you're also being guided not to worry about this person because you've also got some stuff coming out for you here. He's going to be okay. He's going to be okay. He's got the Ace of Pentacles here in the near future. I do feel he's going to be okay. It's going to take some time. And here's the thing. I don't know if you're going to want to sort of stick around waiting about this. He's got a Hangman behind that and the Death card too. So it's going to take some time. Right? And that's okay. Hey, Sparky, nice to see you. I just helped. Let me hold it up again real quick. Where is it? I was thanking Darcy and you for this cute ornament that came the other day. It came, I think, yes, Saturday, but I was all in Gators mode. I didn't even open it. So here it is. Thank you so much. So sweet. That really made my day. It was very sweet. I appreciate it very much. So sweet. And I tried to tag you on my Facebook posts thanking you guys, but I don't know if we're not connected on Facebook or what. I thought we were. Anyway. Okay, so Darcy, this is your card. See this card, Darcy? 9 of Pentacles. You have got to not worry. I know you're worried about this person. I understand. Like, I would be worried too. I've had people worrying about me when I was messed up. This is your call and guidance is to focus all that energy on your happiness. This is someone who is really choosing to be. I was talking about this card in a personal reading, a live personal reading today, and calling it a little bit of a selfish card. And it is, but it's okay to be selfish card, right? It's like this is a card that's telling you it's okay Yeah, be all into your personal ascension and be all into what's coming. You've got a lot of messages coming your way. Do you see this card? This is the Empress card, and it's on this side. It's a little bit of a different story. In fact, real quickly, I'm going to read it to you. Bear with me here. Let me read to you a little bit about that side of the Empress card, just so you get the point. Hold on. Almost there. Okay. The Empress is the bringer of life, and all life has an end. When you get this side in a reading, the abundance that the Empress gives so generously is still indicated on this side of the card, but it is tempered with a message to also think toward the future, your own future. Step back and take a look at the bigger picture, as well as the present joys. If you want your happiness to last, take it seriously. Gratefulness is the door through which all happiness enters. So basically the book on this side of the card is telling you what I just basically told you from the other stuff that came out. But I wanted you to hear it from the book, so you're not just hearing it from me, said to you in a different way, because the message is very clear for you. Yeah, he's going to be okay. But what you need to do is really stay in that gratitude. Really grab hold of that gratitude. Really grab hold of your own abundance, the future, focusing on the future. And when we focus on the future, guys, we never want to focus on the future with a negative attitude or even a worry. We always have to focus on the future with positivity, abundance, hope, hopefulness, right? You know, that's, you could, it's not just true from spiritual perspective, you know, that's true in almost every aspect of life. Look at politics, guys. Every economist on Fox News or CNN or MSNBC or any other news channel, every economist expert will tell you, what is the economy? All it really is a group of people having a positive attitude about the future. So if you can get people to feel positive about the future, the economy is going to be okay. Like, that's how it works. That's how the economy succeeds, is faith, hope, positive vibes. That's what this is for you, and it's all true. It's not just, it's true in pretty much every aspect of life. It's so much about having trust, having faith, having that positivity. And for you, gratitude. Hey, Joan, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. For him, he's got the Eight of Pentacles. He's going to be okay, but he's got a long road ahead of him. This looks like work. I mean, you know, I hate to say this. When I saw this card come out, because it is a little different on this side where the person's all alone, they got their head down, I was seeing like somebody in prison making license plates. You know, it was that type of energy. So he may have a little time away, a little time to himself, and it did come out with the Nine of Cups beside it. So I know that's not something you want to hear after everything, right? I get it. It doesn't feel like a long time out though. It doesn't feel like that. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it could be a lot of things. It could be a lot of things. But it's a timeout of some kind, okay? It is, I mean, that's a timeout. I know that's a timeout. There's no reason for me to even try to go further. That is a timeout. You know what I'm saying? So yes, gonna be okay. Yes, a little timeout. Yes, everything looks okay. You, gratitude, attitude, gratitude, abundance. All right? Merry Christmas. Okay. So I don't think Valerie is here. And then next, is Sandra here? For anybody who would like to be added to the list is open. It's $20 for a mini reading tonight. And so far I've got Sandra, Anne, I got yours. So Sandra and Anne. And then I think Valerie, we're going to do hers privately. And if you didn't hear the announcement, sales right now on personal readings. They're half off from now until the New Year's. Okay. Okay, Sandra Martinez. Will my business achieve a prosperous and successful next 4 months? Billy's barking. He don't even know what he barks at these days. He just barks. He's an old fella. He barks at everything. I think he might have doggy dementia. Show me the prospects for Sandra's business in the next 4 months. Okay, this is really important, Sandra. I don't know what your business is, but I know something that I learned myself, and it's a really important lesson. The way to have success in business is to make your business a part of who you are. Make it for your business to be something that's an extension of you. Like for me, tarot, I mean, I this is what I do. This is what I know. This is what I trust for my life, and it works for other people, and I can do this. So, and then your motivation has to be more than success, financial, right? It's got to be close to your hearts, helping people. Of course, we all want the financial success side of it. Why wouldn't we? We need money to live, right? But there has to be more than just that drive to be successful. It has to be attached. It literally, especially nowadays, it just has to be attached to something important to you that makes you feel good. That's what makes it, that's what helps the success happen. That's what helps you manifest the success. And what you've got here is some hard lessons. I do see success here because you have the strength card, okay? You have the strength card crowning the reading, but it looks like you're trying to find some kind of balance here, and you are struggling here when it comes to your business. I don't know what your struggle is right now. I mean, maybe it's just kind of what everyone's going through because of the COVID and everything that's affected the economy. Hey, Julie, nice to see you. But you have the Five of Swords here coming out, and that's a tough card, Sandra. I know I kind of get the feeling that I don't know if you're either having trouble making the connection with the people you want to connect with in business, or if you're having to cut people out because of financial situations. But there's an energy in this Five of Swords of a lot of having to trim fat and not sure what to do, and a lot of having to make tough decisions. You know, a lot of times this card is like a win at all costs card. It doesn't feel like that, but it feels like a struggle. So whatever you're struggling with in business, I do see an end in sight, but you're going to have to really listen. Okay, Sparky, you're going to have to really listen to your intuition, to your heart, and pay attention, because look at what your guidance is. You've got the Six of Pentacles card. That's about finding balance, and it's also financial. It's about, this is like, if I was looking at the government budget, this would be saying cut spending, right? Because I mean, for the first time I think ever in our history under this past president, we cut taxes, but we didn't cut spending. They're all bragging about the tax cuts, but they didn't cut any spending. Like, what? I've never even heard of, like, that's not good. For those who don't know, that's not really a good thing. It's not bad to cut taxes, but you got to cut something else at the same time. Like, there has to be you can't just wait for the tax revenue and the growth. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is you're looking out to the future, and how you're going to find balance, how you're going to find this balance is in kind of what I talked about. It's about, it may not make sense if you're like an X's and O's person. It's not going to make sense until you really get into that sort of connection where you get into a vibe and a momentum builds, because this feels like it's something, this person's in their nightcap, right? This is something that comes to you in your dreams. Like, you've got to eat, breathe, sleep this, and it's about that balance that's going to surge you forward, because you're going to have a moment. You've got the Devil card here. Now, this is the way we normally see the Devil card. The Devil card came out on this side, Sandra. That means you're going to have a moment, like the eye of a needle that you're going to have to thread. It's a moment. It's an opportunity to break out of the doldrums that this thing is in and to see success. But you're going to have to seize that moment. And to seize a moment, you have to see the moment. So you've got to see the moment, and then you've got to seize the moment. And that's where you're at right now. I don't know when. Good question. Well, sometime in the next 4 months, because that's what the question was about. But this is a personal journey for you that you've got to find your way through this. Right now, the big mistake you're making is the Nine of Swords. So you're trying to look toward the future, but you're focusing too much on the concerns as opposed to the it doesn't mean you're not focusing on the excitement, but you need to focus totally on the excitement. I know that sounds a little silly. I don't care. Childish, silly. Do it anyway. Trust me. focus on the happiness, focus on the joy, focus on the hope, the excitement, and all the little worries that are represented by those swords that are blocking your view. Find a way to tune them out for now. You can't do, if something is out of your control, then you can't do anything about it anyway, so you don't need to worry about it. Shift those worries for now. They're not going to help you get what you want. Right now, you're in such a place where balance is trying to come in. I mean, that's what the Strength card really is. For a business and an outlook, it's more about things leveling out so that they can start moving again and rolling in. So I do think you're going to have the opportunity for prosperity in the next 4 months. I don't think it's going to come if you're not careful, though. Like, I feel like this is like I said, it feels like threading a needle, because this Devil card really is about tough energy, but the opportunity to break free from it because the Devil's back is turned. So you're going to have to be really sharp and really attuned to what's happening so that you know when that opportunity comes, and so you can shift. Yes, I agree. You can definitely do it. This is a major arcana, this Strength card. Major arcana. And it definitely represents movement forward after this period of kind of clearing some energy, finding the path. But don't get discouraged by where you're at right now. Know that this is like, it's kind of like it's a preparation period. The opportunity, the answer is not yes that you're going to necessarily experience huge business prosperity in the next 4 months, but you're absolutely going to get the opportunity to get on that path. You're absolutely going to have the opportunity. So don't take your eye off the ball in the next 4 months. The opportunity will present itself. And you're going to have clarity. The Seven of Cups is behind that Nine of Swords in reverse. So there's an opportunity for you to be really clear about where things are going and where you want to take them. So when that opportunity knocks, answer, okay? Okay, so next was Anne. Oh, good. Yes, try to stay in that energy. That's your job now. You got the good information. The cards gave us some good guidance and good answers for you. Now try to stay in that energy, Sandra, for the next few months, and stay attuned to what's happening on an almost really esoteric, non-physical level. Any guidance for the next 3 months? Yeah, Sparky, I got your payment. Gracias. DM love, hi. Nice to see you. What's the guidance for Anne over the next 3 months? What are the big things she needs to be aware of? Big strokes, broad strokes. Okay. So you do have some energies. You've got this Knight of Swords hanging out as sort of an outlier here. And then you've got the Six of Swords, the Moon, the Five of Cups, and the Two of Cups. So a very mixed bag for you for the next 3 months. But it's really, again, I'm seeing a lot of this kind of repetitive story coming out here. It's really about how you choose to see it. With the Six of Swords, you definitely have an opportunity for things to calm down in life. Like, things are going to feel a lot smoother. Not calm down, because it's going to be crazy still. But for you, in your life, things are going to feel smoother. So what that means for you is that it's just not going to be as bumpy. It's going to be a smoother ride for you, and so things are going to feel much more manageable, and you're going to probably feel more motivated to try new things. This Knight of Swords energy, that is that air energy. It's obviously a masculine energy in your life that's kind of, it's very, very, it's a harsh energy. So there is an energy coming towards you that's a little harsh, that's a little bit overzealous, and I'm not sure if that's someone who's been in your life or someone new. I don't get a clear, it's very murky. It feels very murky, but it is energy moving towards you. And the fact that you're moving into sort of smoother waters tells me I'm not sure how you're going to deal with that energy. But you've got the Moon card here, which on this side, as opposed to the way you normally see the Moon, this represents a choice, a deep heart choice that you've got to make about what you want. And so there might be someone new coming in for you, because usually these choices that come in, it's usually about someone that's been around a while, that you have deep emotion and care and love and connection to, and someone new that you have a new, happy, exciting relationship with that you have connection to. So usually that's what the choice is for me in this card, and so I think that's probably what it is for you as well. So there's probably a new energy coming in, or someone old also coming back around. There's something new that's not there right now coming in. Wherever it came from, I don't know. The Five of Cups is here, and you know that's a card that represents trying to decide am I going to stay in grieving mode and sadness mode, or am I going to pull myself out of this and shift my focus to something good? This is what that's all about. Like, are there 2 cups standing, or are there 3 down? I can't focus on both. I have to decide which I want to be in. And you've got the 2 of Cups coming in with that. So I feel like, again, it's like a choice. Something you've got, and it feels literally about two people. So there's some kind of choice here for you in love that you've got to make. And I think it's an easy choice, but I think the hard part is not. The hard part, the easy part is one choice makes you feel good and one choice makes you feel bad. The hard part is both choices carry deep, deep connection for you and deep emotions. So just because one makes you feel kind of bad and sad regularly doesn't mean it's easy to choose the opposite, right? And I'm not sure exactly what that's about, but there definitely is a choice here. Okay. You're coming out as the Queen of Cups, but you're on this end. You're facing, you're facing your future alone. There's a prospect here of facing the future alone, and there's also a feature I feel very strongly in that twilight energy of acceptance, and that acceptance is what brings everything back in. It's not about being alone. It's about the acceptance of the prospect, which brings all that other stuff in. A lot of times we have to accept our situation in order for it to actually change. So I don't know what that's about. Not that you're alone. There's just that energy there of like this feeling of, do I have to tackle something by myself? And if I have to, I can do it. I'm willing to do it. And once you accept the situation for exactly what it is, whatever that is for you, you're going to see a change to it. So acceptance is key for you in the next 3 months. Choice is key. You're going to have some big choices in love, especially emotional choices, deep-seated emotional choices. And I think you're going to make the right choice. I mean, because, well, neither choice is wrong. But I think when I say right, what I mean is I feel like it's a clear choice for you, especially with this 5 of Cups and then this 2 of Cups. I don't think it's a difficult choice. I just think it's a choice that may be made difficult because of what's going on in your heart, okay? But ultimately, again, the biggest thing is, even with all of that, you're still going to look back from now and say, the last 3 months have been a lot smoother than the 3 months before that. So I think the new year is going to bring a lot more smooth sailing for you than what you've been experiencing. So that's a good sign. A really good sign. Who was it? Somebody else. Oh, Sparky. Kathleen Smith. Yeah, book a reading. Yeah, guys, readings right now. It's from now until New Year's Day. If you book it, it's half off. So 1 hour is $75 instead of $150, and 30 minutes are $37.50 instead of $75. Even if you book it and we can't schedule it until the 2nd, it's still going to be, it'll be honored. Libras, guys like the chat, show holiday love. Libra, current energies toward me, please. Whatever I need to know. Okay. If anyone else wants to get on the list tonight for a mini reading, it's open, and there's nobody behind Sparky. So it's open. Now's the time to send your payment in, because I'll be done after her in just a sec. Is Jane here? Where's Jane? I was going to do Jane's reading too. Hold on. Hold on, guys. My cards are flying all over the place and on the ground. I got them. Interesting. Sparky, you've got to unchain yourself. Hold on. Let me get the rest of this message. Part of allowing this connection with this Libra to work out is you unchaining yourself. I know we've talked about this a little bit before, but it's really coming out clear here. Ooh, yeah. Okay. So, here's the thing. You've got the the 6 of Wands in the foundation. So this is the Libra you're asking about. This is a connection that holds victory for you, for him. There's victory in this connection. You don't have to worry about that. But where you're at is not on a path to victory, because where you're at is you've got this 8 of Swords here. And look, she's like all chained up, tied up, blindfolded. You know, she's all blindfolded. But look, see that eagle, that bald eagle there? You are literally, energetically doing the opposite in this connection to what you're being guided to do. This connection has you feeling this way when the whole point of this connection coming into your life was to make you feel like that bald eagle. But as human beings, we don't often react to things the way that our spirits would have us react. But imagine how frustrating that is. Imagine if you are your own spirit guide, Sparky, and they sent this connection in at this time that it came in to make you embrace this bald eagle freedom and growth, but you're over here doing this. You're letting the connection rule you instead of letting the connection empower and free you. And it's going to free you one way or the other, because look what's coming in, the Tower. You've got the Tower crowning you. And then you've also got, but don't worry, because you do have the Magician here in the foundation, just below the Tower. This tells me that it's going to be, like, you're going to be good. Like, you've got you already know the answers, Sparky. You know the answer. You know what to do here. You know how to and I know too, like, I know all this stuff too, but the problem isn't the knowing, the problem is the doing, right? The acting through. So when I say foundation, what I'm really meaning, that was the 6 of Wands was the foundation card, as far as it's the bottom of the deck card. For me, that's like a card that's saying what's the sort of overall picture here. But this is foundational in a different way. This is the card that's representing how the current you and the way you're being called to respond to what's coming in, this Tower. It's almost saying to me, with the Magician being the major arcana card, you don't even have to let the Tower come in. The Tower doesn't have to happen, because all the Tower's coming in to do is to unchain you, because you're not taking the sword and unchaining yourself. So that's what the purpose of the Tower is. So just do it yourself. Like, cut the Tower off, do this yourself, and take control of the situation. Because you don't have the kind of control you want over the situation, but you have control. But you don't want to do what you have control over to do, because I don't know why. There's fear attached to that part. But that's the only part that's going to actually free you. I'm getting to that. That's the part that's going to actually free you. Do you see what I'm saying? So, got to remember that. But yeah, the 6 of Wands is definitely about the fact that there's victory here, right? That's where you're headed. So where his energies are the Knight of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles. This is a person who is kind of procrastinating something. Like, the 7 of Pentacles is an energy of timing, but in this case, it's like, what I feel from this is this person's waiting for you to do something, and you're waiting for this person to do something. It's like two people, it's like a standoff. And attached to that is the Knight of Swords. So definitely the Libra has that energy of wanting to be that sort of daring, sort of, the energy, the wish to be in alignment with that Libra energy of being kind of, in a balanced way, very, very expressive. But what happens is, because there's not balance within this person, this comes out of them in a very, their energy comes out aggressive or totally the opposite, just like nothing. It's either over the top or it's nothing at all. There's no balance here at all, and that's the thing that they need the most. So that's another reason the Tower is coming in. I really feel like, though, for you, there's so much power cards coming in that it's really like, this person's energy feels sad. It feels a little bit mopey almost, and I don't think that that's serving anyone. Yeah, look at that. Not only does she need to free herself, that sword is literally being handed to her. So what this says to me is, you're going to get shown things that are going to show you not only that you need to free yourself, but what you need to free yourself from and how to do it. Like, whatever this is about, you're going to see it really clearly. So, whether you want to see it or don't want to see it, just ask it to be shown to you in a very clear manner, like this looks to me. And I think it won't be a question to you, whatever it's about, how to do it. I will say, again, with that magician card there, I feel like it's just something that whatever this thing you need to kind of unwrap yourself from, if it's the connection itself or if it's just a piece of the connection, whatever it is, the result is not going to be what you think it's going to be, because nobody in their right mind would avoid freeing themselves from this situation if they knew this was the outcome, right? Like, who would sit like this when they were guaranteed that this is the way they would come out of it? So that tells me that you don't, whatever it's about, you're not seeing the truth of the outcome. Because if you did, you would take advantage of your power here, whatever this is. So ask to really be shown that outcome, because this is a no-brainer, right? And as far as the Libra here, this energy is a desire to really take charge and to be the man and to do make all these powerful choices. But is the will there? The desire's there, but is the will there? Because something is causing this person to just kind of wait for it's like, I'm waiting for the magic numbers. I'm waiting for the magic moment. And that's sometimes good to be in receptive mode, but not when your spirit is telling you to take off. This is a battle as well. So what's going to happen? There's mirroring energy there between you two. Just it's different types of trapped and different types of almost like a feeling of being suppressed. So once you or they free yourself, you both get free, right? You both get free, and then really exciting stuff starts to happen. That's when things start to get really good. So find out what it is. Yes, the list is still open. I think whoever, unless if let me see, I don't think anyone has sent me in since I just got to Sparky. Yeah, the list is still open, and you're next on it, whoever donates. It's $20 for tonight. Big. This is big though, Sparky. Like, again, you're gonna want to embrace this energy. So trust the message. Trust what you're being shown. Don't trust your fear. Don't trust that stuff up here. Okay. Jane, I need to do your reading. Hey, Jane. Thank you, Sparky. Merry Christmas. Thank you for the ornament, guys. So cute. What's your question, Jane? Got it. Thank you, Nora. I don't know why I'm doing for you. What's your question for tonight? I'm going to do your freebie. And then, Nora, you will be right next. Right next. A lot of people feel anxious right now. There's a lot of uncertain energy in the air, a lot of change in the air. Best thing you can do is just kind of go with it. Stay in gratitude mode. Be expecting good things, right? Expect good things. Be thankful for good things before they get here. Oh. Yeah, your confusion is being reflected in your cards. You've got the 7 of Cups here. That's an energy of being a little overwhelmed emotionally because of some past burdens and things that you're still letting sort of stay in your current energy. But it's definitely in your past. We talked about this before for you, and look what's trying to come in. Jane, this is beautiful. This is where your confusion and frustration is coming from. But look what the cards are for you. The Magician came out again. That was just there for Sparky, and it came out again for you. Magician, beautiful card. Ace of Wands, new beginning, passionate sort of awakened energy, and it's sort of coming out of nowhere. That lightning strikes and it just lights you up. So it's like, this is like meeting a soulmate walking down the street. Just bam, someone just shows up in your face. It's something unexpected. And then you've got the Empress and the Judgment card. Beautiful card here. So something's coming for you that's going to make you question every little move you make in life in a good way. It's going to make you go, am I living my best life? If I died today, could I meet my maker and say that I was living my life to the fullest and appreciating every moment I had? Because that's what this is about. This side of the Judgment card, it's an accounting. It's an accounting for it and saying, wow, if I die right now, was I living my life the way that I would want to have lived it if I knew I was going to die today? Yeah, it's a big one, but it's important. And look what's crowning, the Four of Wands. And for you, you've got this Eight of Cups here. The pathway to this is faith. You know, you've got that little childlike faith there that's so necessary. You've got to have that childlike faith to get you to this ascension point, to this union point in your soulmate journey. All of that stuff comes from that faith. And so for you, it's really connecting to your inner child, right? Connecting to your inner child, believing in things, believing in, wishing on stars, focusing on that, and it brings you back to that Empress energy in a new. It's a new in a little different way, but it's based in the same stuff. It's based in the same faith, the same hope. It's based in the same childlike belief that, you know, gets sort of stripped from us as we get traumatized and changed, right? But for you, again, same thing as with Sparky. The energy here is, it's all within your choices, your control. You have the power here. It's your table. That's your table with your tools on it. And there's that same shooting star that we just looked at in that childlike faith card coming out in your empowered adult card, right? So, and this is a masculine energy, the Magician. So that's also about taking your fate and your future and knowing it is in your hands. Manifestation, yes, and putting the necessary actions to your manifestations, right? That's a big time card, and especially with this sort of Ace of Wands that you're trying to bring in, that's how you've got to get there. You've got to take control. You've got to take control because you're responsible for this Ten of Wands that you're still carrying around. You're responsible for releasing that and doing everything you can to release it. You're not responsible for the healing. The healing will take place on its own over time. You're responsible for releasing the burden altogether. That's all you have to do. All you have to do is step into the grace, step into the hope, step into the light. You don't have to worry about the how, when, what, where. All that will be taken care of for you. You just have to release that burden, okay? And trust that the healing that's taking place is for you and that you are worthy of it. Okay. Yes, the list is still open. We use Cash App, and it is $20 for a mini reading. Nora, what's your question, my dear? Nora's my last one on the list right now. So anyone that wants to get on and get one before I go, now's the time. Okay. Hi, Jason. Any messages from my DM? Any messages for Nora from her divine masculine? You know, one of the beautiful things about a twin soul journey is that although we aren't always growing at the same levels spiritually as our twin soul, the one who is a little further along spiritually kind of pulls them along and brings their vibration up by raising your own. That's what you're doing. Your divine masculine is not where you're at. He was just showing as the Page of Pentacles. That's a really, you know, immature spiritual energy compared to like a king. But also, it's an energy of someone who wants to offer you something, perhaps an apology, perhaps an explanation for something that didn't go so well in the past. So that's interesting. Your divine masculine has a broken heart. Three of Swords. That's a broken heart. There's not really anything else to say about it except it's a broken heart. His heart is broken. I don't know if that's because you're in separation. Probably if you're asking about him, you're in separation. His heart is broken and he's looking. He's seeking right now. He's facing down some real challenges. I don't know if does he struggle with addiction? He's facing down, he's got the Strength card and he's facing down the Devil. So the Devil is often about like addiction, or it's not always addiction. It's like a toxicity, but it can be a tough energy. So whatever. And this is actually, both of you are facing this Devil because this is the masculine and the feminine here in this card. It's the Strength card, but they're facing down the Devil. So what's happening is, what's allowing this to happen, this is really important for you guys, for both of you in this connection right now. So for a twin soul connection, you're literally balancing energies. Where you're the feminine, maybe a little bit of your masculine needs to come up within you to sort of balance some things out. Vice versa for your masculine, the same thing, but the other side. And when that happens, it's going to allow both of you to face down some demons. And when I talk about demons, I'm not talking about goblins that fly around in the sky that are invisible. I'm talking about the demons that you have done battle with this lifetime, whatever they are. For me, it was drugs. It was self-worth. It was, yeah, not loving myself. It was learning to manage my energy, learning to give into my gifts, trust, learning to trust that, you know, because I had a real bad image of like a father God, because I was raised in a Christian home, and I had a, you know, God is the father, and my father wasn't, like, to me at that time, like someone I really could trust or count on as a kid. So it was a real screwed up vision of the father God thing. Now, for you, whatever it is, doesn't matter. The fact is, you're being guided with this card. How do I get through that? How do I get past that next thing in this journey? Well, it's about finding that balance first between your own inner masculine and feminine. And then when you two come into balance together, woo, then all the chips are down. Then it's like, it's full speed ahead. He's coming out as the emperor here. So he's on a great like growth path. He's just not where you are. And it's because he hasn't learned how to deal with his broken heart. Hi, Stephanie. Nice to see you. He hasn't learned how to deal with that broken heart energy. And for some reason, he's been avoiding dealing with it. And so it's really coming in right now. Got the tower here. The tower, but also there's those chariot guys from the chariot. See those? What that's telling us is this is good. It's going to move you guys forward. And there is something from the past that he wants to apologize to you about. I don't know what, but this is definitely that Page of Pentacles here. This is looking back over the mountains. It's there was some deception. That horns on the ground. There was some deception, some kind of untruth that he wants to make right. And then you guys have the Sun card. Beautiful card, clarity. It's on this side. This side of the Sun card is a beautiful thing. You've got that obelisk in the wall with the Watchers. It's about finding the happiness that sort of ignites you, that inner child. But it's also about understanding that true happiness doesn't always come without some struggle, right? There is this wall to scale and these things to overcome. And so it's about having the faith and the fortitude to do those things together. Where you guys are right now, though, is a lot of growth. For him, just a lot of dealing with his own feelings of brokenheartedness, abandonment. It may not even have to do with you. Because when it comes to you, it looks like he wants to make something right or apologize. But that he still has legitimate feelings of brokenheartedness for you and abandonment from somewhere. So he's got to deal with that. 1111 on my screen. He's got to deal with that, right? So, oh, I'm sorry. Well, that happens. That happens. You know, even twin souls will, especially twin souls, when they're not ready, will run for the hills, right? We've all wanted to do it, I'm sure. So it's okay. You take care of you and stay on your path, and everything will work out. Have faith. Have faith. Keep the faith. Thank you, Nora. Next is Emily. And Aaron, I got your payment as well. So next is Emily and then Aaron. Emily. Jason, I realized that the situation I've been in with my person was not healthy for me anymore. Yeah, I think a lot of people are coming to realizations like that right now. Like, it doesn't matter how much I love you. It doesn't matter that you're my soulmate. You're not good for me right now. So you guys to go. You know, I'm seeing a lot of that. No problem. Let's see. It's amazing how many people have been going through that right now. Okay, Susan, thank you. So it'll be Emily and then Aaron and then Susan. Thanks, guys. What's the guidance for Emily on this journey right now? Emily, so you've got some broken heart stuff. You've got to, especially if you didn't see this coming. Here's what I'm getting from them. It's kind of that you didn't expect to do this, and then you were empowered enough to see the truth and to act on it, and you did the right thing. But it's almost like the broken heart energy is needing to kind of catch up with you a little bit for you to feel through it. I think there's maybe some sadness you've been kind of trying to like dodge or not acknowledge that comes along with this. Here's the thing, and I'm sure you felt some of this because it's heavy. It's so empowering when we have the wisdom and the strength and the fortitude to do something that's good for us, even if it's hard. But there's, I mean, you've got the Three of Swords here, right smack in the middle of your cards. So there's no sort of dodging the fact that it's a loss. It's still a loss. I mean, it's still a loss. There's still an emotional, that emptiness is still gonna have to be dealt with. And it, you know, I'll tell you guys, they were talking about it on NPR today, in fact, about the grieving process and how kind of that's BS. That for those of us who have lost people, whether it's through breakup relationships, distance, death, whatever it is, like, you don't actually go through a process and then you're done. Grief just, it stays with you, and you just have to learn to live around it. Like, you just learn to live with it and live around it. And you have to deal with it. Yeah. Exactly. It was the right thing. And I feel you did the right thing. Like, I feel empowerment cards, because you've got the Knight of Cups, and this feels like a female to me in this, underneath this armor for some reason. I don't know why. It feels like a woman's energy underneath this armor. So it's you. It's about you. For some reason, it just feels like it's you giving yourself love, right? Delivering the love to yourself. But you've also got this really tough conflict card. There's an ego death happening here for both you and your partner or ex-partner, and it's tough. And for you, there's also just this sadness that you've got to kind of let your heart heal, and there's emptiness. There's also someone wanting to offer you something. It could be a past person wanting to come in and offer you an apology or make things right. I do feel like whatever this Page of Cups is, I think it's something you're going to throw back, you know, because I don't really usually get a lot about the fish that's kind of flying out of the cup, but it feels like I was seeing, like, my brother fishes, and I was seeing him taking a fish off the hook and throwing it back. So whatever this is, I don't think you're interested. And I don't know if this is your ex wanting to talk about something, apologize, thinking they can make something right, but you're not down. You're just not there. And you're being guided to trust that. Trust that energy that you've got what you need, and you're going to get much more than that. You've got the Queen of Swords. She's facing this direction. It's about sort of having a take no prisoners attitude in your life in the coming year. And that take no prisoners attitude in your life in the coming year is going to literally take no prisoners. Like, you can do this. You are going to see so much growth and expansion that everything you desire will manifest like that, because you've taken such a big step. And I'll tell you, every time on my journey that I've done the right thing, the brave thing, the wise thing, instead of the easy thing or the thing out of fear, I get rewarded like that from Spirit. You just do. When you're aware, Spirit rewards you. We all talk about how there are those moments in life where we see, like, God moments or miraculous moments where we can just see timing, make things happen. Imagine how much more often we would all see that, guys, if we didn't try to use our little human hands to control situations. If we actually were willing to let go, walk away when we're not being treated right, to do the things like Emily just did, and then just trust. Do you know how much more often we would actually see those moments that are so inexplainable and miraculous? A lot more. The reason we don't see those moments that often is because most of the time, 99.9% of the time, as human beings, we're in our heads and we take action ourselves because we think we have to make something happen. We have to control the situation. It's our job. That's not always our job, right? Sometimes our job is just to let go, stand up for ourself, deliver the love to ourself, be our best self, and let the miracles just happen. And they do, and they will. You've got the 10 of Pentacles in your future, but it's after the 9 of Pentacles. So you've got to keep trusting, keep walking this road with Spirit. You've got Spirit right there on your hand. Keep walking this road towards your heart's desires and trusting. The darker it gets, the less you can see, the more you need to trust. And you're headed right for that 10 of Pentacles, which is a place where you're rewarded. It's a victory lap, and it's a place of reward, and you do have some balancing to do still. You've got the 2 of Pentacles in the foundation. That's about balancing, and it's also about maybe some choices. You may have a few more hard choices on your path to get you truly to where you're trying to go. Not hard like the one you made about the relationship, but choices where those are 2 Pentacles. There's two choices, 2 valid options, and both have value, both have worth. Both are viable. So when that happens, that's difficult, right? So just sort of look for that. And if you could make the right decision in that, you can make the right decision in any of those situations. You know what I mean? So just know that. So good luck, Emily. So next is Aaron, and then we'll do Susan. Aaron and then Susan. You're so welcome. Thank you for letting me read for you. I'm really proud of you. Super, super proud. For real, for real. Aaron, what's your question? Where's my vape? Oh, there it is. I broke the arm off my chair. Look at that. I'm sure it did. I'm sure it did. But just think about the results. Think about the reward. Trust in that. Aaron, are you still here? Aaron H. Aaron Howell. Aaron Howell, where are you? I don't know if Aaron left. Well, Susan, do you want to put your question up and then we'll come back to Aaron? Will my ex, Mike, and I reconcile? Hello, Sunflower. So Aaron, if you hear this, put your question up next. Or go ahead and put yours up and we'll get to yours after I do Susan's. Will my ex... Oh, there's Aaron's. Okay, well, I'll do Aaron's first and then come back to you, Susan. Sorry. Am I getting my hopes up with the Cancer I'm connecting with? What's the truth of the situation between Aaron and this Cancer? They have the Knight of Pentacles, so that's not that's good energy. It's not going to be easy though, because that you guys have got this Strength card here, which does suggest a little bit of tests coming in. Knight of Pentacles, Six of Swords. Again, this is a card that really speaks to me about you moving into smoother waters with this person, and this relationship is going to allow you to really feel excited, abundant, sort of have your heart, wear your heart on your sleeve, and it may actually allow you to feel like you're at a place of calm in your life. But there's also challenges, and it looks like you may feel like you're having to wait for things that you want to come quicker, because this energy about patience comes in. And then you also have the Seven of Cups, which can be an energy of why is she putting her question up again? Aaron, I think you're on a delay, because when I'm talking, you're typing stuff that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. So you might want to leave and come back or move forward, but we're not on the same time, which means you're on a delay. All right, so I'm just going to keep going. You can go back and watch it from the beginning whenever you realize. So Aaron, good stuff. It's going to be a testing. This is about testing and growing you. It's not. I think it's not that you're getting your hopes up. It's that you're misunderstanding the nature of this connection and why you're experiencing it. So be careful about that. This is a connection that can bring you a lot of peace, but manage your expectations. So maybe, yes, you are getting your hopes up a little bit, because this can feel like you're waiting when you don't want to wait. And this can feel like being overwhelmed and confused when you don't want to be overwhelmed and confused. So I would say this person is not effing with you. The Knight of Pentacles is not somebody who came to play you, right? This is definitely someone who cares about you, has good intentions, or will care about you if it's new and it feels very new. Obviously, they're not like, it doesn't feel like over the moon yet, but they have good intentions. They want to be stable with you. But it's not going to come like that. The Knight of Pentacles is such a slow-moving energy. It comes with time. And that's what this feels like, right? A steady boat ride. It's like a boat ride on a gondola. So it's a very beautiful, okay, Stephanie, thank you. It's a very beautiful, peaceful boat ride on a gondola, right? And so for that, what you want to do is just kind of take it one day at a time. So overview for you here. Aaron, no, you're not just getting your hopes up for nothing. I think it's a good thing. I think it can be really beautiful. But I do feel like you want to let it go slowly. Don't rush this. Let things unfold organically. It's always so beautiful. That's the thing I can say from my perspective on my twin soul journey. our connection just unfolded so organically in the beginning. We had just such a natural, like a camaraderie, an energy between us. There was no pressure. It just unfolded very organically. In fact, usually the pressure came from me trying to, in my head about stuff. But it's a beautiful thing you've got here and a beautiful opportunity. I think it's going to give you the opportunity to really grow a lot and to become empowered, but it's not going to happen on your time frame. It's not going to happen on this Cancer's time frame. It's going to happen on Spirit's time time frame. So I think that is a good thing. Good luck, Aaron. Okay. Marini, we're doing tonight. I'm not doing them free. I'm doing for pay. So I'm going by my list of people who donated, which I think I have a couple more people on here. After Aaron is next with Susan. If anybody wants to get on the list, you can donate. Stephanie, I got yours. I think Stephanie, you asked me to check. So I've got Susan next, and then I'll do you, Stephanie. If anyone wants to get on the list, you can send a donation to the Cash App. It's $ Ray of Light Tarot, and it's a $20 love offering for a reading. Okay, because it takes a lot of energy to do these, guys. I know it may not seem like it, but it really does. I promise. Hey, Rebecca, good to see you. Kybo, yeah, you told me that. I did say if you would like, you can donate through the super chat instead if you would like. If that would make you happy. Okay, Susan wants to know if her ex Mike and she will reconcile. Welcome. You're welcome, Aaron. What's the future for Susan and Mike? There is potential for a reconciliation here. This is definitely not just some. So this relationship with you and Mike is not just some like karmic. It happened. It's done. Learn the lessons and move on. It doesn't feel that way at all. You've got 3 major arcanas here and a page of wands. You've got the Hierophant here, and the Hierophant on this side is looking out toward the future. There's a lot of magic in this aspect of it. So it's about destiny, and there's going to be fast changes in this connection. It may not happen tomorrow, but it's going to happen, and it's going to happen when you're not thinking about it and when you least expect it, because you have the 8 of Wands here behind the Hierophant. So that's Taurus energy. That can mean that some problems with the relationship may be a little bit of stubborn energy, a little bit of people digging their heels in. He may have dug his heels in some ways, and maybe you're digging your heels in energetically now if you're having trouble moving on from it. I can tell you that it is a beautiful connection, but I can also tell you that after you get that confirmation from me, the best way to give it a chance is to try and totally forget about it. I always forget to really get people to realize that. Like, even if it's like the best soul connection on earth and we find that out in the cards, the next thing to know is if they're running, you better run too. Like chasing someone and energetically chasing is what you're doing right now, which is normal. Like we want to know about it, right? But that's going to make it harder for it to work out. So you don't want to throw any blockages up to what this energy is. It's a good connection. It has potential for the future. Once we're done talking about it, forget about it. Find something else to do. And if you can do that, it'll give it. That's how we give things a chance to work out, by not focusing on them and throwing up blockages, right? You've got the Wheel of Fortune here. There's a potential. There's a new cycle coming in, but that's exactly the opposite of what you guys had. So don't focus on the past. Don't focus on what it was. This is something new. This is the wheel turning to the future, something new coming in. The Magician's present in this. So it's saying you can call this out, Susan. You have the ability to call this connection out, but literally it's by doing the opposite. It's very counterintuitive of what you might think you need to do. What you need to do is let it die all the way, because the next card you have is the Page of Wands. You can see that phoenix rising from the ashes of that fire. So what that tells me is it is a strong, passionate connection. This person has the potential. This is a strong person. He comes out King of Wands. To get to this phoenix, how can a phoenix rise from the ashes? It has to die first. So this connection has to be allowed by you to totally die. It's hard because it's such a strong soul connection. Of course it's hard to let go. It's not going to come back until you do, though. It might come back, but it won't come back healthy. Right, guys? It'll come back if you don't let go, but it won't come back healthy. You want it to come back healthy, right? You want it to rise up from the ashes. Well, it rises up from the ashes when you allow it to die. Start this new year next week with all new things on your mind, nothing to do with Mike the Sagittarius. Send Mike the Sagittarius lots of love and peace and forgiveness and keep moving the other way. And that's what'll give this a chance to have a new beginning in 2021. Nothing else will. Not calling, not writing, not thinking, not sending love every day. No, no, no. Forget about it. I'm telling you. Trust me. The Hermit card is here. You've got some work to do on your own. So what you're being called to do, this is not so much when the Hermit is totally in Hermit mode. This is coming out of that. So the next, I'd say, week or so, you're really being called to focus in on your connection to Source. It's all about your connection to Source, your heart's desires, because our heart's desire is that connection. Our heart's desire is our connection to Source. It's the connection to our creation, to our creator energy, and where we come from, to that love. And so you need to be focusing on that, and then you're going to start seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities coming in more than ever before. Like if you've been seeing some, nothing like you're about to see. And they're not going to really be able to fully come in until you focus only on your connection to Source, nobody else. Because that's what soulmates, twin souls, you know what they are, guys? They're earthly reflections, really, of our connection to Source. That's the real deal. That's the God spark within us. That's where the love, which is God, which is love, which is God, comes from. And that's what you're being called to focus on right now, Susan, more than anybody and anything else. Do that, it's going to work out. 100%. That's a 100%. 100%. That's the deal. 100%. Next is Stephanie. Stephanie. You're welcome. Stephanie, what's up, Stephanie? Rebecca likes the advice. Rebecca approves. It's Hey, this is Susan. That was Rebecca approved advice right there. That's hard to come by. Just need to check in. I'm open to whatever Source has to say. Thank you, Mandana Kiani. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Just need a check in. I'm open to say whatever Source has to say. I'm open to whatever Source. Am I normal? Am I on the right path? Got it. Some guidance for Stephanie at this. Ooh, Stephanie, you've got some major arcanas creeping around you. The Devil card and the Star card. So whatever's stopping you, there's some toxic energies stopping you from connecting to your emotional self. So you're blocking out some real honest emotions. Maybe either using I don't know what you're using to block those emotions out. The Devil card can represent toxicity. It can be some kind of like thing that it's the thing that blocks us from our soul spirit. For me, it's addiction. It's like it would be like drinking, using drugs. For you, it may be, I don't know. It can be anything. Like it can be gambling, eating. It can be doing too much of something that's actually not giving you what you need. It's just sort of a replacement. And so the reason that you've had to go to that place sometimes is because you're in grieving mode, right? You've got the Five of Cups here, but you don't have to be in grieving mode, right? What you desire desires you. You're just not in a place to receive it. It's here though. Look at this. You've got, again, that Five of Pentacles. This is a lot of sadness, and that's why you've kind of gotten to that place where you're sort of trying to fill it with something else. But Temperance is not going to allow that to go on. There's a balancing coming in, like an alchemy, that's going to really get you feeling right. I think really look over the holidays, especially for the blessings in your life. I know that the holidays can be really tough, especially if you're not in a situation that makes you feel fulfilled. But you really, where you are, it feels divine. Something about the situation you're in, as hard as it is, it feels divine to me, because I was in this exact situation a couple years ago, feeling really bad, and I had this beautiful dark night of the soul that led me to so much amazing stuff, right? It just led me to so much happiness and sort of hopefulness and excitement and realizations about what was really happening beneath the surface of my life, and who the people were in my life that I knew were like big starry soul people that I was supposed to be dealing with, and who weren't, and who needed to fall away. I feel a lot of that type of energy for you this sort of holiday and into the year season. So look for that. Like, be aware of what's really there and what's not, because you're not going to need to do those things that sort of fake fill us when you really get to the like heart of the matter. And just know this conflicted energy you're in, it's coming to an end. You've got the Ace of Pentacles here. There is this beautiful value, new beginning coming in for you that's going to lead you to so much happiness and joy, and you just have to really sort of allow it in. You're not in a place to allow it in because you're stuck in that, in that hiding. That's what this is. You're hiding from something. I'm not sure. I am sure what it is. I'm not sure what's causing it, but you know what you're actually hiding from is abundance. You're hiding from the abundance that can come in and make you feel like your life can be so different. You just have to sort of be willing to trust that you're worth it and that it's meant to be that way. If you can look back and go, oh, every single thing that happened to get me to where I am and then to where I'm going, that's when the good things can start to happen. You've got the Two of Wands here in your foundation, which is saying to me, Stephanie's at a place where she's got to make a choice. She's at a crossroads. She can either see life as the morning, it's like the morning sun rising up, or she can see it as the evening and the twilight coming in. How are you going to view each day of your life? Is it the morning of your life, and are you beginning something new and exciting, or are you viewing your life from the past and just looking back and saying goodbye to things? You have to decide what it is that you are going to, like, what perspective does Stephanie choose right here and now about her life? You've got to choose that perspective that allows you to take in all of the beauty and just kind of throw away the stuff that isn't for you. But there's healing here for you. That Temperance card is about healing, and it also is ensuring you that part of the reason you're in separation from this higher self moment right now is because you've got to get balanced out. There's got to be some things that sort of get healed so that you can truly bring it in and truly sort of accept the goodness, okay? Kybo, I saw your message. You were able to pay on PayPal? Kybo was able to pay on PayPal. I wish you the best, Stephanie. So we're going to take Kybo's question as well. Thank you, Rebecca, for handling a question for me. I didn't see it, but I saw you answered them. So thank you. You're welcome, Stephanie. I know it's a tough time, Stephanie. Like, I get it. Trust me. But when I say I get it, guys, I get it. Like, I didn't come to this place by accident and not going through nothing. I went through some nasty, gnarly, yucky stuff, which is why I don't put up with BS in my life anymore. I don't put up with BS in my life anymore either. Somebody comes to me with some janky energy or tries to gaslight me or pull some BS, they're out. I don't even give it a second thought. You can call that being cold, you can call that being harsh, but you know what? Sometimes you go do what's right for you. I'm not trying to call you out though. Spirit's just wanting you to get where you need to be, right? So that you can be worked with. And I think just stop hiding, because you're at that place where you're malleable. You can be worked with. You're malleable. Just kind of come out of the dark and stop hiding, and it'll be okay. Kybo, what's your question? Hold on, Bentley. Advice going forward on my twin flame journey. You've got major things coming right now. You've got the star with the rain coming in and the sun with challenges. So you're on, Kybo, where you're at, you're right on the cusp of happiness. You're right on the cusp of happiness, okay? It's okay, Joselina. I'm not going to take any more tonight. I've hit my limit. So, but I will definitely be back very soon. And just so you know, guys, let me just say this real quick, Kybo. For anyone who's interested, if you weren't able to get on the minis tonight, my actual personal readings My 30-minute and 1-hour personals are on sale for 50% off. So a 30-minute is normally 75. You can get it this week for 37.50. The 1 hours are normally 150. You can purchase it this week for 75. You just send payment to the information in the description, either the PayPal or the Cash App, and put in the notes section of where it says notes in your payment, put your contact info so I know how to get in touch with you, and I'll contact you to set up either a live reading or to get your questions for a recorded, okay? Well, let's see, Kybo. I'm just not sure. And I don't know that it's necessarily a block, but there is some, you're on the cusp of some happiness. I saw the sun card, but it was on the other side. So it's like you're right here, but you do have a block. You've got, it's not a block. It's just you have challenges. You have hurdles to overcome. Maybe there is a block, but that's not what was coming out there. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a blockage, all right. There's not really anything you can do about this one. For 24 hours. There's not really anything you can do about this blockage, Kybo, because this is called, this is more about, we call it like the ego death, or it's not the ego death, but it's where your ego diminishes enough that you can actually communicate what's necessary in your twin soul journey to source. It's about this part of us that's win at all costs, that will, like the part of us that I was just talking about, like, done with somebody if they gaslight me. Well, you know, that's a little bit of my own ego coming out when you get like that. It's good to stand up for yourself. It's good to love yourself, but you don't have to love yourself to the extent that you're hurting other people, right? This is where that little bit of diminishment will give us all in the new year a lot more ability to love ourselves and others. You have the death card coming in, but on this side, the death card is not really about just dying, right? It's much more about the rebirth process, the ascension process, and the growth that comes with that, the sort of clarity, right? The balance and clarity there. You need to be patient, continue to be patient. Wait for your time to come. It is coming. You need to be there. You also have some amends to make. You've got this Page of Cups on this side. You've got some amends to make to some people in your life for things that you've done in the past. I don't know what they are, but the fact is we all probably do. There's something specifically for you with someone you have in your life, maybe a family member. There's some kind of amends or apology or some kind of making things right that you need to do that's going to help you to feel better about moving forward in your life. I don't know what that is, but it's something that's holding you back and you're not really aware of it. You've got the Justice card. The Justice card upright is such a beautiful card. It's a confirmation of what I was feeling right from the start, that you're on the cusp of such beautiful things. You've got good karma coming in. The only thing you asked, what's blocking me? The only thing is there is someone that you need to make things right with because you haven't. And it's not even so they can forgive you. I feel like they probably already have, but you need to let yourself free from something here. It feels like something that goes back to being like a teenager. And you know, when we're teenagers, we all do stupid things. So whatever it is, just set yourself free from that. Make that amends. And then you've got the Four of Wands as an outcome card. There is literally nothing bad to say about this. There's nothing bad to say. I mean, you're right there. You're knocking on the door, right? Knocking on heaven's door. No, not exactly, but you're close. You're right on the cusp of some real happiness in this life. As a human being in physical form on earth, you get to be happy. That's a pretty good thing. I'll take it. But yeah, you gotta wait your time. Wait till your time is right. There is divine timing here. 2 majors, 1 crowning, 1 founded. Like this is your divine timing coming in, leading to this. It is union. It's union, but it starts with union with yourself, right? We know that. We know that. But do you know it? Do you know it? Do you know it? Do you trust it? Go make amends, whatever it is in your life that's holding you back. If there's someone you need to kind of just make things right with to move on, even if you don't need to do it with them, just write it down and throw it out. Do something to have that transition, to sort of have that catharsis to get you through that. Because you're right there. You're ready to move. You've got the stick. It's just not on fire yet, you know? You're almost there. Your time is coming. You're so close. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I think I've got did I get everybody? Wait, there was somebody else. I know there was somebody else. Oh, no, that was it. I always end my broadcast feeling like I missed somebody. Okay, you guys, everyone, I hope you had a lovely Hanukkah. I'm glad that made sense. I hope everyone had a nice Hanukkah. I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year. Anything else? Enjoy it. Merry, happy Chris Mahana Kwanzaa. And I love you guys. Let's all spend a little time being kind to ourselves and more accepting of everyone else. All right. See you guys soon. Go get a reading. They're cheap right